Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today, February 11th, 2023. It's almost 2 p.m. here in Northern Virginia. For all of those who gave my channel a follow or gave my first video a like, thank you very much. And for all those who have voiced their encouragement or given positive feedback, thank you very much likewise for all of that, for all of your support. Like I said in my first video, I have no idea how this is going to go. I have no technical background whatsoever. All I want to do is just be able to share anything and everything CrossFit at the local affiliate to you, the community, and in doing so, maybe you can learn something. I can definitely learn something from you, and this will be a mutually engaging and mutually supportive opportunity for all of us as we go through this together. I talked with a couple friends, a couple fellow coaches, and one thing that we're going to work on, one of my fellow coaches at Black Widow CrossFit, she came up with some very good alternative definitions for athlete categories in the CrossFit Open. CrossFit has its definitions of what RX, scaled, and foundations athletes are, and they're good definitions, gives us a starting point. But my fellow coach, Coach Megan, came up with some very good alternative definitions. And I reached out to her this morning, asked her, hey, would you be willing to come on and uh, do a deeper dive into your definitions, how they compare against CrossFit's definitions, what your thought process was as you came up with those definitions, and maybe take that conversation a little bit further, expand upon it? She said yes, and we'll just have to schedule a time that's mutually convenient for the both of us, and we'll bring that to you. Another buddy of mine who is also a CrossFit coach here in the area asked me if I had seen the new series on Netflix called Physical 100. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and take a look at it. It is really cool, very well done. First episode was very intriguing. And why do we like it so much? It's because there are a few CrossFitters in that series, and this whole series is centered around taking athletes from all different sports, all different domains, putting them together, dividing them up into two teams, and pitting them against each other in feats of strength, agility, coordination, whatever the case might be. And the first episode does not disappoint with a pre-competition opening uh, challenge. And I'm not going to tell you what that challenge was, and I'm not going to tell you what the outcome was. But if you are a CrossFitter, you'll be very well pleased at how it unfolded. So, just wanted to give you those sneak peeks. And without further ado, I'm going to deep dive into today's conversation, which is about fitness while traveling. I am leaving for Colorado Springs tomorrow, and I am returning on Friday, February 17th. So, obviously, my ability to attend or do CrossFit workouts will be greatly challenged, and I'll have to, for the most part, resort to my own creativity and adaptability in keeping up with fitness while I'm on the road. Fitness while traveling is a challenge, right? Especially if you're on vacation, because one, you're there to relax. You're there to take some downtime for yourself. You're there to spend time that you normally don't get when you're home with your family. And you want to do all the things, you want to eat all the foods and do all the fun stuff. And fitness does not necessarily fit into that package very nicely. So it takes quite a bit of commitment and it is a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for you to showcase your ability to adhere to your commitment to your health and wellness while you're traveling. And so I'm going to show you what I take with me when I travel, especially when I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. What is fitness going to look like? Most hotels have a gym. Um, Depending on the caliber of the hotel, the gyms might be limited in equipment, probably just a treadmill, maybe some dumbbells, and maybe a recumbent bike if you're lucky. Um, the higher the quality of the hotel, maybe the greater the amount of equipment is available to you as a hotel guest, and you can get a little bit more creative. But sometimes you kind of have to think about the worst case scenario. And so, in that regard, I'm going to show you what I'm taking with me to keep up with fitness on the road. So, the first thing I have here to show you are three different resistance bands. Two are from Rogue Fitness, the green and the red band, and then the black band is from Wad Fitters, and I think I got this from off of Amazon. And the reason why I take three different resistance bands is depending on what I want to get out of my particular workout session, whether it be shoulder mobility or hip mobility, or I just want to do some banded movements, banded variations of movements I would typically do in a gym if I had a barbell and plates with me, um, such as banded good mornings or whatever the case might be. These bands come in handy. They're very nice and compact. You can fold them up in half or even more, and they fit nice and well into your suitcase or your backpack. So, taking three resistance bands with me. Let's see what else I'm going to take with me. So, my goal is to support a CrossFit affiliate while I'm out there. I've already contacted one that I supported last year, CrossFit Hellkite in Colorado Springs, and I coordinated with the owner, Jennifer, and my goal is to drop into one or two classes, maybe more. And if there's any rig work involved in her affiliate's programming, uh, my Bear Complex grips will come in handy. So, as with the bands, these grips are nice and compact. I can roll them up, fold them up, and they're no bigger than the palm of your or the size of your hand. So I always take grips with me in case I'll be doing any pull-up work or toes to bars or muscle ups, whatever the case might be. These will come in handy. Okay, and then let's see. All right, so this here is a band. The brand is Renoge. I got this three band pack from Amazon, and two of my fellow coaches at Black Widow CrossFit introduced me to them when we were doing some accessory work that involved some lateral side steps along with squats. So these come in three different resistance levels. As you can see here, this is a light resistance band. I have a heavy and a medium resistance band inside the bag. And uh, these come in handy because if you want to do some hip mobility work or some quad and glute strengthening accessory work, these bands will come in handy. So, again, nice and compact. I'm going to take these with me and uh, do some accessory work while I'm on my travel. All right, so far we have resistance bands, we have grips, and we have some other resistance bands for specifically the hip and glutes. I always take a lacrosse ball with me. This lacrosse ball came in a 6 pack that I got from Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't know if you can see that, Dick's Sporting Goods. This is good for any shoulder work, um, forearm smash. You can do some work it into your pelvic area, your hip sockets. You can do some roll your foot on top of it to strengthen your ankles. Uh, so a lacrosse ball, definitely a handy little tool to go with you. Again, taking it because of its nice and compact, and the uses and benefits are 100-fold as to what you can do with this little sucker. Okay, I always take my speed rope with me. Okay, this is this brand is Elite SRS. This is their Surge 2.0 speed rope. I actually got this from a vendor back in 2015, 2016 when I was on a work trip to Virginia Beach. And I happened to walk into a local affiliate that was hosting a competition. And I want to say it was Festivus, the Festivus games, believe it or not. But I walked up into the vendor tent and I was looking at the rope because I was in the market for one. The vendor asked me, "Hey, do you have double unders?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, this rope right here, I guarantee you will get you double unders." What she doesn't know is that it took me another 5 to 6 years before I finally nailed double unders. And most of it was because of the space between my ears, not embracing the challenge, and shying away from doing double unders when programmed in a workout. Anyways, uh, my speed rope is going to go with me. Um, Comes in a nice little velvet or some kind of cloth pouch, but speed rope, again, nice and compact, easily accessible, can do multiple workouts with them. All right, what else am I going to take with me? Oh, so I got this as a Christmas present a few years back. It's called Wad Dice, and it comes with five. There's two. There's two more, and then a fifth. But 5 dice. They're multi-sided, and they have various uh, CrossFit movements in them. So you can see, I don't know if you can see that box jump. Uh, there are burpee pull-ups. Those are the devil's tool. Bar muscle ups, chested up bar pull ups, 40-calorie row, 500-meter row. And the whole idea behind these is you can take any one or two or combination thereof of these dice. You could roll them and you can construct a pretty creative workout with them. So this one right here has different rep numbers. You see 21, 20. Um, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, well, we got some movements here. I don't know if you can see that. 25 calories on an Airdyne bike. And then this is your movement scheme or your workout scheme. So you can see here 21, 15, 9. But anyways, if you're struggling to come up with a workout or just the ones that you see on Instagram are just not to your liking, you can construct your own. These are nice and handy. I'm sure they're available on Amazon, but it gives you the opportunity to get a little creative and come up with your own workouts. Okay. I always take a notebook with me because if I want to write down whatever workout that I want to do for that particular day, I'll go ahead and I'll write it down in this little handy notebook. And you can see I have the CrossFit Forging Elite Fitness sticker on here. And then on the back is the sticker from Vindicate. Vindicate is a small business. It's, I think, a single owner. And he makes apparel and swag for people in the CrossFit space, such as Andrew Hiller and the Savan podcast. Find him on Instagram at Vindicate. Give him a like. You'll like some of his shirts. I have several myself, and high quality. Anyways, I come up with workouts, and I'll write down I'll write down the workout and my result. So I always travel with a little workout journal. All right. So one of the biggest challenges with traveling is keeping up with nutrition. If you're like me, you know that God created food for us to enjoy, right? So why deprive yourself of all the good stuff? Well, while I believe in enjoying food, uh, we have to we do have to do our best to follow good nutrition habits while we're on the road. It's one thing to be able to do it at home. It's quite another thing to do it while you're on the road. So, definitely going to take my Black Widow CrossFit protein shaker. Okay. So I'm going to take that along with, I don't know if you can see that, my protein powder of choice from Ascent. And my favorite flavor is chocolate. Okay. I picked this up at my local grocery store, and I really like it because it's nice and soft, and I can squish it into my suitcase. Has a nice sealable, resealable closer feature. So these two are definitely going to travel with me. Might actually have a serving while I'm waiting at the airport tomorrow for my flight. And then last but not least, uh, have a gallon size Ziploc bag of oatmeal packets from Koyak, and also some tuna um, to snack on. The hotel where I'm staying, they charge for breakfast, so gonna definitely try to do my own breakfast um, while I'm there, and then I don't know what lunch hour is going to look like, but I'll definitely be snacking on Bumblebee tuna packets of varying flavors. So, and then I'm also going to take my Theragun percussion because I've been having some hip issues, and so I've been really working that percussion into my quads, my glutes, um, and into my back to try to um, keep those areas active and blood flowing into those areas so that they don't lock up on me. Anyways, that's it in a nutshell. I hope you found this useful. Um, I know I have some supporters out there that would like me to be able to do a Spanish version of these videos. We'll have to figure out how that's going to work. I might have someone, a translator translate along with me on the episodes, or I might have that person prepare me a script in Spanish. And whatever the case might be, I'll do my best to give the people what they want. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Go ahead and post comments below as to the kind of content that you want to see, or to rate the quality of this content. And maybe I'll do a couple short videos from Colorado Springs. Thank you, and have a great day.